what they send for an alert, you know, telling me that I'd just been called up for the
Active duty.
active duty, and so I had to. I was working in a factory at that time.
What kind of factory?
I'm trying to think of it. It was. Don't push me like that. I can't.
No, I'm sorry.
I can't get stuff out that fast. I know stuff, but I just can't spit it out like. I wish I could, but I just can't get it all out. It was.
Yeah.
Where was I on it?
Well, we were talking about you got called up from inactive duty to active duty, and Grandpa sent you a wire or a telegram or something, and you were working in the factory when you got the notice.
Yeah, it was, and that was in Cleveland, Ohio, and I was what was called a ladleman in the factory, and in 2 days they moved me up to senior, and I was old. I was still just not even out of high school, and so I ended up getting a job as a ladleman, and that's the guys who carry the ladle that you used to you carry it in and pour it in their bucket,
Mm-hmm.
and that job.
Right.
That's what I did for
One
the
summer, right?
entire summer, and
Now, what's the ladle full of?
Hot, molten,
Yeah.
whatever.
Wh-
Or,
I'm trying to, oh, damn it. See, now, you start throwing this stuff at me, and I'm lost. What do you make, what did they make in ladle is, I'd have to think about it. That's what everybody used at that time for like, I just can't put it all together. This happens every time I try to talk to you, and I just can't get it all out. But anyway, so I had to go back to Oklahoma to
Join your troop.
which at that time that's where my parents lived and I lived. So we had to go there to start getting organized, and then I went on, and then the unit went on down to around here somewhere, and it was over.
Homestead, maybe?
Huh?
Homestead, maybe?
No, well, yeah, pretty close to that. Pretty close to that. It's where they had debarcations. That they had units that got there, and we all climbed on what do you travel in?
The ship?
Yeah, ships.
Yeah, you probably maybe even got on in Jacksonville, because that's a big military base there.
Yeah, but no, this was back in it was right in South Florida.
Huh?
Anyway, and then we went across from there. It took 20 how many?
About a month, probably.
Yeah, a good month to get there, and one guy got sick on the ship going over, and they had to pull us over to the side, and we sat there for three.
it was
Three.
quarantine.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, had to stay there for about a week, couple weeks maybe,
Right.
and because somebody had come down with a disease.
Right.
So then they finally got that out, and then we went back up, went all the way to not Oklahoma. We went to Japan, which was about a good month to get to Japan, and then the story goes on and on, I don't know.
I thought you were in college when you got called up.
I was.
Well, where does the ladleman come in? Was it
I was working there that summer.
that summer before?
Yeah,
Okay.
Gordon Laux got me a job at the factory where he was working. And I went down there and got a job in that factory.
Where your dad gets
And
his
he
middle
was
name.
too.
I always liked his name.
Gordon
It's a
Laux.
good thing.
Yeah.
And I never did see him anymore. He ended up being very, very successful. He was made a lot of money. Worked in downtown Cleveland. I did see him a couple of times.
Your dad asked his brother about if he ever ran into him or anything, and he said, no, he doesn't have anything to do with the likes of me, which was a big help.
His brother was
You.
what?
You. He asked Gordon. You asked him if he ever ran into Gordon. And he said no.
My brother, are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, he didn't know anything. He didn't want to know anything.
No. He didn't.
Chill.
Was that the dog?
Yeah.
Now what are you upset about?
He actually came right up to me.
He probably sees the other dog over there, the statue. He was yelling at it last week.
He was.
I thought your dog was supposed to be smart.
And my girlfriend. Didn't you?